1MDB has sparked embezzlement and money laundering investigations across
one of the
at least
biggest
10
corruption
countries.
scandals the world has ever seen.
What may be the biggest financial scam in history.
A number of corrupt 1MDB officials treated this public trust as a personal bank account.
Follow us as we bring you into the courtroom where the biggest financial scandal in Malaysian history is being heard. By the Malaysian Insight, this is the Najib Razak 1MDB trial, and I'm Patrick Teo. Ex-1MDB chairman Mohd Bakke Salleh told the High Court today that he felt uneasy after suspecting ex-Prime Minister Najib Razak had a hand in shady deals involving the Sovereign Wealth Fund. Bakke said he felt something was amiss after his message to Najib on the affairs surrounding the proposed joint venture between 1MDB and Petro Saudi International Limited went unanswered. The 68-year-old corporate man said it was unusual for Najib not to reply to his text message, as the former Prime Minister would usually send response. It's Monday, May 9th, and Najib's trial resumed at the Kuala Lumpur High Court this morning. Najib is standing trial for graft involving 2.28 billion ringgit in 1MDB funds. He faces 25 charges, 4 for abuse of power and 21 for money laundering, for offences committed between 2011 and 2013. Bakke is the prosecution's 14th witness. He spent the day reading out of his witness statement before being released by lead prosecutor Gopal Sriram at noon. During the trial, Bakke revealed that he had sent Najib, who was then finance minister, a text message regarding several matters raised by the board of directors to the company management that were not complied with. I sent an SMS to Najib about the affairs in the JV and that the 1MDB management was not doing as they were told, Bakke testified. He did not reply, and it did not cross my mind to report this to any authority on the financial misconduct of 1MDB's management because I assumed I had already done so via SMS sent to Najib. I hoped Datuk Sri Najib will take appropriate action against the management of 1MDB if he found any wrongdoing on their part. So when my message was not answered, I felt he was involved and something was happening without my knowledge, he said. Najib is standing trial for corruption over the misappropriation of 2.28 billion ringgit of 1MDB funds. Najib, who was present, could be seen shaking his head in disagreement as he sat at the dock. At this juncture, Bakke was asked by Sriram if he and Najib had exchanged text messages before, to which he said he regularly communicates with Najib. It was not my first time texting him, and he would usually reply to my messages, so when my complaint was not addressed, I felt something is not right. I had also met with Najib prior to my involvement with 1MDB as I was handling Felda Holding and Felda Global Berhad. Bakke later explained that the 1MDB management led by Managing Director Shahrul Azral Ibrahim Halmi disobeyed orders instructed by him and the board of directors on the transfer of $700 million into an unknown firm earlier the same year. 1MDB had, in 2009, entered into a joint venture with Petro Saudi International Limited, PSI, and that under the contract terms, 1MDB needed to fork out $1 billion for the venture. The $1 billion was supposed to be deposited into the 1MDB PSI joint venture account, but only $300 million was moved into this account. Bakke informed the court that as the chairman he was not informed by anyone regarding the transfer and was only told about the transfer of $700 million to Goodstar Limited, a company controlled by fugitive businessman Low Tek Joe or Joe Low, at a meeting in October 2009. Recalling the incident, Bakke said he and the other directors were furious with the 1MDB management. After his text message to Najib went unanswered, he decided to resign as a sign of protest, but did not make it public as he did not want to embarrass the Pekan MP. My resignation on October 19, 2009, was due to the fact that the 1MDB management refused to follow the instructions of the board of directors, Bakke said. I resigned as a sign of protest, and I did not want to be involved in any discussions and decisions regarding 1MDB. And with that, Bakke was released from the witness stand and will be recalled again to testify at a later date. Thank you for listening. This podcast was brought to you by the Malaysian Insight. It was written by Alfian Tahir, and I'm Patrick Teo.